Hello, welcome to another episode of the PoliChat, right here in Arua City. We're in West Nile in Uganda, and it's a beautiful day again, Wednesday, and we sit here to discuss issues affecting West Nile and Uganda at large. Today is another special day for us to do this, and I have been joined by a very interesting gentleman. Many people call him a pioneer or someone that is trying to keep up the legacy of Arua District. That is none other than the chairperson for Arua District, Honorable Chairman Alfred. You're most welcome.
Oh, thank you, my brother Gaddafi. I'm extremely happy to be here this morning.
Yes.
With you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, you've been straight away, you've been in office for now 4 years. You're coming to the end of your first term in office as the LC5 chairperson for Arua District. Can you give us a summation of what it has been like from a general point of view?
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother Gaddafi. It's true, when I came in, I came as the district chairman, but I'm very, very happy that God has added another title on me during my regime, that the local government has been amended and I have been designated as the district governor. No longer
You're no longer the chairperson.
I'm
now.
no longer
You're now
chairperson,
a governor.
because they are chairpersons for weddings, introductions, marriage ceremonies,
Yes.
weddings. No, now the government decided that I must be designated as the district chairman, now as the district governor. And I think one other thing that crowned me in these years, when I came in, I was the district governor. That time was LC5, later on district governor, but now I am the vice president, Uganda Local Governments Association, representing the northern Uganda, which literally means I am the district governor for northern Uganda. 41 districts in northern Uganda. So I am the governor for northern Uganda.
Yeah.
And I must say, it has been a blessing. Even here in West Nile region, as far as the 13 West Nile districts are concerned, we have an association called West Nile Districts Association, or West Nile Districts Development Association, where I am the focal person for NGOs.
Okay.
All the NGOs in the region, I account for them. And therefore, I must say, I came in as a fresh blood into government system. In this case, NRM,
Yes.
my mighty party. NRM, I came as a fresh blood and with a lot of energies into the party. So I must say, the 4 years in the office has been really a blessing to me, with all those titles added, and also systematic progress in service delivery. Because when I came in, before me, Arua District was in Local Governments Association, Arua District was number 165
out of how many?
Out of 176 local governments in the country. So this was a very good baseline information for me, against which I had to measure my efforts. So down the road 1 year, when the local governments were assessed, Arua District became number 135. I said, not bad.
Yes.
This is not bad. Let me put another
effort. Yeah.
effort. So in 2023, 2023, I was number 100. Arua was number 112 out of 176 districts. Then last year in 2024, Arua was number 55. Kangaroo jump. 55 out of 176 districts in the country. Now you can see this systematic progress.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, it has been a blessed term of office. I entered with the presence of God. Yeah. Then you see transformation. And I think in the 4 years time, one of the major breakthroughs is, you see, linking the district to embassies.
Yeah.
You see, the first embassies were 4: Embassy of Netherlands, Embassy of Denmark, Embassy of Sweden, and then Embassy of Ireland. Now, these ones came, And we entered into a project called PESA, Promoting Accountability and Civic Engagement and Rights. Now, this didn't only come for Arua District alone. It added a blessing for the entire West Nile districts. 13 local governments benefiting from this project. And the policy of these partners has changed. They don't give monies to these international agencies. They don't give monies to government. Now they give money to national NGOs. So in this context, a total of 17 NGOs in West Nile region have benefited from this PESA project. And some of them are awarded the project for 3 years, others are 5 years. But in a nutshell, it is a 5-year project called Promoting Accountability and Civic Engagement and Rights amongst our population. You see these blessings coming during this regime in which I am the district governor. Now, as I talk now, on 1st of April, I'm pulling a total of 20 ambassadors, political advisors from 10 states under European Union, led by European Union here. For your information, I now sit under, my office is under a mango tree. That one I've described it as a wisdom tree. So I sit under the wisdom tree. With these 10 ambassadors, we shall be sitting under the wisdom tree to get a lot of wisdom.
But you have an office here.
This one is in the city. Let this one be in the city. Now, when you have married for your child, you don't have to stay in their home. City is our last born. With Terego, we cannot now take the comfort of sitting on their compound. So I have to go and sit on our compound of elderly, the parents' compound. Now, in this case, it is called wisdom tree.
The tree of wisdom.
So we shall be sitting with them under that tree. Come 1st of April. We shall be with them for 3 days. 1st of April, 2nd of April, 3rd of April.
And what is the objective of them coming?
The objective of coming is, see, how can we develop this district? How can we develop Arua? How can we develop this region? Because some of my problems are made worse in Arua district by the region. You see, in this case, thugs planning to steal, to rob people here in the city, they go and implement it in the district. You know, this is Nzeva Saga, Nzeva area.
So these are not thieves originally from Arua district?
They are not from Arua district. They are from the city. And others are from Madeokolo. These children where you have produced. You know, when you produce children, some of them come out as good children, and some of them are very bad children. And these bad ones go and rob people on the road of their properties and their goods. So that is why they are coming. How can we put our heads together to see that this district develops as well as the region also develops? And how can we promote trade? How can we promote business? Now we are under East African integration agenda. So how can we bring East African communities on the board in terms of prosperity, in terms of growth? So that is why they are coming to ask us. Not only me, they are going to ask me with my colleagues, the political leaders, the technical leaders will also be asked. Then the same way, they will also ask the religious leaders, the cultural leaders, the youths, the PWDs, even the media. The media fellows, the Fourth Estate, they will be asked by these ambassadors. So it will be a dialogue between them. Even me, when I will be there at the first scene, interviewed. So I think this is what I can say about my 4 years term of office, where there have been blessings. I think in the 4 years term of office, there are major breakthroughs that I have made, leave alone the service delivery. I'll come to service delivery content later on.
I wanted us to go step by step.
Yes.
So that we give people a clear picture.
That is true.
Of where we started and
that
where we are now.
That is
or where Arua District started from,
especially
when you came to office in 2021. Let us discuss the issue of the district headquarters. When you came, initially the plan was to have it in a different location. When you came in office, it also shifted to a different location. I wanted you to help us to unravel the reason as to why we now have a new location and how far we've gone with the construction of the new headquarters.
It was a big problem, big problem when I came in. even before I came in, the problem was already there. There was disagreement over the district headquarters amongst the people hailing from that district of Arua. So there was disagreement, a big one. Now, when I came in, what I did was, because the community members sat and said their headquarters was to be in Arevo. Then when I came in, the technical team led by Cow conducted the assessments. They found that place was too small. They looked for a suitable place. They said, where could be another suitable place? Now, what came in their mind was, let's drive to the county headquarters. I don't know who gave them that wisdom. They said, let's drive to the district, the county headquarters. They drove there. They found the place big enough. While the place identified by the indigenous people was only remaining 5 acres of land, because most of it was encroached and had encumbrances. So they went there, and then they wrote a report. I found a report that the suitable place for Arua District headquarters was Odumi, the county headquarters. Now, when I looked at this, I said, now, council members, what do we do? We are at a crossroad. What do we do? They quickly said, let's drive to Arevo, and then let's drive to Odumi, so that we familiarize ourselves. So
the previous council had already chosen, voted for Arevo.
Yes. Not the previous council. It was the community members. That submission was made to the district council. So,
the community members of Arevo?
Okay. No, the entire Arua District. Yeah, okay. They sat. So they said, this will be in this place. Okay? By then, when the community members sat, fortunately and unfortunately, the people identified me as the secretary, and I was the secretary. I made this submission that we, the people of Arua District, have said that the district headquarters will be in Arevo.
Okay.
I made that submission, and the person who presented it to I handed it to a council member representing Arevo, the female council member.
So that was before you became the
That was
the
when
chairperson.
I did not even dream of becoming a politician.
Okay.
So I made this submission and said, we, the people of Arua District, said the district headquarters will be that way. Okay. Now, the technical team here, together with the council members by then, said, okay, let's drive to that place. They found the place so small. Then they said, let's drive to another place. They drove to Odumi. They found the place big enough. Then they wrote a report that this report is that the suitable place for district headquarters was Odumi. That was the beginning of the war. Disagreements, terror. So they had to, when I came in, it was tug of war. Then I said, the council members, could any one of you know about this story? And majority were freshers. They were very fresh people. So we agreed to drive there. We drove to Arevo. We were taken round. We found the place had encroachments. And then the place was only 5 acres. Then we proceeded to Odumi. When we went to Odumi, fighting erupted. It was ensued by fighting. And then I said, where there's fighting, chairman cannot go. Let's retreat. So we came back. Now, when we came back to the office, I made submission.
So who are fighting now?
I don't know. People who are disgruntled, they just opened fighting.
Is it the people that came from Arevo to come and riot?
There were sentiments that this was fueled by people who are coming from Arevo. But I cannot tell exactly what happened. But what I'm told is that where there's fighting, that is where chairman is not to go. He has to retreat. So I quickly retreat. I came back with the council members. Then we had to sit down. What do we do? I wrote a report to Minister of Local Government. We're at a crossroad. We cannot agree. Come and sort us out. So the Minister for Local Government, together with Permanent Secretary, they sent commissioners in charge of local government and local government administration to come and help us out. So the two went to the 2 locations, minus me. I said, none of the council members must go. It should be these people together with the technical team. Let them go to Arevo, let them go to Odumi. So the team went. Then I said, on the ground, they should only meet the LC3 chairman of Arevo and then LC3 chairman of Vora, who should provide them with information. So they went and collected information. Then they went back to Kampala. And then I got a report that, chairman, we have done assessments. We have gone to these 2 locations. Indeed, you are at a crossroad, but our independent opinion says that the district headquarters should be in Udumi. That is the suitable. The reasons were advanced. One of the reasons was that the place was sizable enough to accommodate future development prospects. Meanwhile, the Arivu must be developed as a town council.
Okay.
That was the recommendation they gave to me. Now, I came back and convened the council meeting, and council passed a resolution that the district headquarters should be now at Udumi, as directed by the parent ministry, as guided by the parent ministry. That's how I found myself, Gaddafi, under the wisdom tree. Now, of course, council resolutions are implemented by COW. And the COW said, Chairman, time is coming because there are huge investments here. You can go and start seeing how we can start our genesis, our exodus from the city to the promised land.
Okay.
And that's how I found myself sitting under the mango tree. Now, the good news is that even when the district headquarters is at Udumi, now my role with the council is to see that there's a balanced growth to calm down that friction.
Yes.
There must be a balanced growth in all the corners of the district. And that is why I am now comfortable here, very, very comfortable. Even I am consulted by the people from Arivu. I am consulted by the people from Ajia, even when I'm seated under the wisdom tree. They come. That is the way to go. They come. I even go to them without any hesitation. So that is how we do it. And then we again went ahead to say, let's institute a cultural institution.
Okay.
That should be able to continue with the healing process. Let's put in place spiritual leaders. Let's work together with them so that we are in a healing process. Then there we are. Now you see, as part of the healing process, we are rotating our national events. Like recently, our Women's Day was in Ajia. Water Day was in Logiri. Then another day, we shall move to another sub-county. This is part of the healing process. It's part of the healing process. It doesn't come overnight, but we have to do it, that we are one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, wow, that was a good one. But I've seen that the foundation for the headquarters has now been laid. And I think the construction has already started, if I'm not wrong.
When I sat under the mango tree, that wisdom tree, people were complaining, others were blaming. Chairman, how can you sit under mango tree? You mean our government is
it was some sort of a strike by the chairman.
Said, how can you embarrass us like this? Do you mean we cannot afford a container? You mean this government cannot afford? But you know, it's all about politics. It's all about politics. Now, I had to go and sit in an open place so that people should see how concerned I am.
Yes.
And this made it very easy. Government also had that agenda of giving us startup money, startup funds. So it found when I was already on the ground. Now it is easy. It became very easy that the construction works could take off. Because chairman, who is the political head of the district, was
sitting under a tree.
Actually, those people who are complaining, they do not know who chairman exactly. What is this person called chairman? The district governor is the political head of the district, and therefore I had all the right to set a political direction for this district by starting to sit under the mango tree. Yeah, and I think it was quite good.
I think it worked for you.
It worked.
Because now the foundation is done.
There's a blue light in the tunnel coming up.
Okay, Chairman, I want us to discuss agriculture. In the last 4 years, because we've known agriculture, we've known Arua District as the food basket of West Nile for so many years.
Yeah.
But in the last few years, we've seen a lot of people coming from all districts across West Nile, even beyond, acquiring land from the regional inhabitants of Arua District. People are selling land, people are leasing land, and it sort of may cause food insecurity in the district. And you know, Arua District is big and has a lot of fertile land. In your time in office, how have you been really in touch with people, sensitizing them of the importance of keeping a hold of their land, because I think it is precious.
People of Arua District are being taken up by events. They are being taken up by events because that district is 800 kilometers square. Then you see other districts like Maracha, 440 kilometers square. City, very less. And therefore, that being fertile land, it has, even the developments in the city has caused the migration of the people to go to that district.
Absolutely.
And now the people coming there, they come with their mentalities from their cultures, from their home districts. They take it there. For example, we had stopped growing of tobacco, but because some people who migrated from some of these districts from districts that are known to be growing tobacco, these fellows have gone with their behaviors of growing tobacco into that district. So they are growing tobacco there. That we had actually ruled out of the district. That was not good. And the selling of land is very, very rampant. You know that being a rural district, people are so poor. Somebody announcing them that we're ready to give you 5 million. It is like a whole party for them. They are excited excited to receive this 5 million, which is small money. So I think government, I am still appealing to government. This district needs affirmative action. A grandmother district being exploited by people who already developed.
But as the local leadership, have you been doing something?
We are sensitizing. We are every time sensitizing the community members. Please, your livelihood so much depends on this land that you are on. And you keep producing. If you keep producing and you keep selling away the land, where will the children that you produce, where will they go and settle? Assuming your parents also sold the way you are selling now, where will you be by this time? These are messages, strong messages we are passing to the people. Please desist from selling land. If you are selling land, you must make sure that you have stopped producing children. Or if you want to sell land, you swallow back the children that you are producing. Because where will they settle? Where will they sit? Because these are strong messages we are passing to the people of Arua District. Please stop selling land. You acquire titles. You put this land that you are having, put them on rent so that they keep earning for you. And if you can't, please do farming, embrace farming the way your ancestors were doing. These are messages we are passing to the people of Arua District. But you see, laziness keeps cropping. Even as I talk now, you see young, able-bodied boys, instead of going back to the land, farming, they are by the roadside, waiting for politicians. Is there something little? Now, when a politician finds them, the question is, are you leaving us like this? Aren't you giving us land? And so forth. Now, instead of eating from home, they come and look for food by the roadside. And yet they have land. So I think these are serious, bitter truths that I am appealing to all my political leaders, even the technical leaders. Let's sensitize these people. Let's sensitize them. Now, it is a continuous exercise. My brother Gaddafi, it's not a one-time event. It's a continuous exercise that I must pass to the people of Arua District. They must stop from selling land. Put the land you have on rent. Acquire land titles. Now that we have district home, many developments will take place. This business of selling land and yet you are very, very fertile producing children, it's like committing suicide. I'm passing it to them. I am happy they are beginning to take precautions. They are beginning to take cautions. But it is coming when big chunks of land have been sold to people already. They are more like squatters. The people of Arua District, the indigenous people, are more like squatters on their own land. I must say, they are more like squatters on their own land. But this is a continuous exercise.
What is interesting, Chairman, is that government has time and again introduced programs to uplift people. I remember we had the Operation Wealth Creation in 2013. We have the Emioga in 2019, just before COVID-19.
Yes.
Then we have now PDM that came during your time in office.
Yes.
Now, all these programs were meant to empower people to shift from subsistence to the money economy,
commercial.
to commercial.
Yeah.
And the fact that Arua District actually has some of the fertile lands in this entire country.
Yes.
The question people keep asking is whether the local government does enough to help the central government. Because you're giving someone 1 million, someone who has never seen 1 million. But you're giving that person 1 million and telling this person, make use of this money to move from subsistence to commercial. We have not prepared people's minds. Isn't that a failure on the side of government?
No, I think government is coming to boost that will, that desire, that urge to grow. Government is coming to boost
but
that.
Without the preparations of the minds of the people.
Yeah, I think that has to go. it has 7 pillars. PDM has 7 pillars. And now I can concentrate on pillar number 5. Pillar number 5 talks about pillar number 5 talks about mindset, community sensitization for mindset change. Now, this goes hand in hand. Change doesn't take place overnight. We needed to give more time for sensitization. Which sensitization has been there even from the time of my previous leaders. Sensitization has been there. The question is to what extent
and how effective.
And how effective has this been? I want to tell you, if you want to know the true qualities of a Lubara, give this Lubara money. Then you will see the true qualities coming out. The first thing that will come out is they need to drink alcohol, they need to marry many more, to befriend many more women and so forth. That kind of thing. So there needed to be that deliberate move by the people to unlearn what they had learned for a very long time. Culturally, that head of that, what is called Atamva, the gentleman in Lubara is called Atamva. Atamva would mean somebody with many wives, with many children. Then that would be a prestige that you are a son of the man, that a son of the soil. When you have many wives, when you have many children, no matter whether the children are walking naked, no matter whether they're in school, provided you have produced many, you have many wives, you will be given that recognition and the respect in our society. This, our people learned it for a very long time. But the time has passed. They need to unlearn what they had learned for a very long time. So that is our struggle. Those cultural beliefs, dropping them down and picking up with contemporary issues on the ground.
I assume it has been a very difficult task trying to change the minds of the people.
Yeah, it's a continuous exercise. It's a continuous exercise that we must invest in. We must go in at all levels. Leaders at all levels must go in to sensitize. Now, there's a saying, if you don't want to change, change will change you. So I think that is the trap in which the people of Arua District are going into. If they don't want to change, then whatever is going to come will change them automatically. But then the change will not be liked by them. Okay? Some of them will be negative change. Some of them will be positive change. So that is now my concern. How I wish where we are now, if we could pray to God to send His Holy Spirit to come and descend on the people, really to embrace the mindset change that the government of NRM is trying to preach, that will save them a great deal.
Chairman, do you think the 1 million PDM money can change someone's life?
That is a startup capital. If you want to grow big, it doesn't start big, it starts from very small. You must start small, and then as you grow, you make the changes. And that is what is called success story. Success story does not start from big. It starts from low. 1 million, you are given 1 million to start with. This is called startup capital.
Why I'm asking you this is because I have talked about people not having the mindset. I would be comfortable even if the government spends 5 years, 3 years working on the mindset of the young of the people, the women, the youth, and elderly. That we're introducing. You mentioned pillar number 5. Why shouldn't it not be pillar number 1? That there must first of all be mindset change. But anyway, I think we can shift our attention from that. I want to say that
there are already stories of change registered as a result of PDM money. Those who are very wise, those beneficiaries who are very wise, who are very intelligent, who have embraced what is called mindset change, who have dropped out of some of these cultural beliefs, they have made significant progresses and significant changes on the ground. And these are the people that we want the rest of the community members to learn from. Okay, like somebody started with 1 million, it has gone now very far. Okay, as a plantation of cassava, has even planted trees, and is having so many things. So you see, that is the kind of change we want to see. Yeah.
Okay, you talked about young people. You know, the majority of the people in this country, over 75, and the number is increasing very
78%.
Are young people. And you talked about the fact that whenever you're coming maybe to work or you're going back home, you meet young people on the way. They stop you saying, Chairman, and when you say, today it's not there,
are you leaving us like this?
Yes. Now, you see, this population is causing problems now for people and the government at large as well. Young people feel alienated. They feel government has deserted them. They feel they are no longer part of the plans of government. Yes, we have the programs that government brings in, but this program targets everyone. It doesn't target young people. The other day, the president said we're securing your future.
Future of the youth.
The question is, are we really securing the future of young people?
Yes. The future of young people is being secured by this mighty power, NRM.
How are we securing the future?
You see, there are many programs that have come for youths. We have Myoga, we have PDM. Out of the money for a particular parish, one parish, out of the 100 million, 30 million is for the youths. 30 million for youths because they are the majority. Then another 30 million for women because they are also the majority and also vulnerable. Then you see the percentage goes like that. The 10% for the PWDs and 10% for elderly people, and then the 20% for men like me, 20%. So there is goodwill of this government for the development of the youths. That's why we went ahead to say 30% of 100 million must be for youths, benefiting them. Number 2, Myoga, also for youths. Number 3, there's a whole program called Youth Livelihood.
Ever since this program moved to the office of the president, it has been dark. People have not seen it.
The problem is the youths themselves. You see, for us to work with youths, we need to be very close. There's goodwill from government for the youths, but we need people who can be very close to youths as mentors, as uncles, as helpers. We need to be very close to the youths. Okay, you know, that is the most sensitive category of the population that we must address. We must address them with the sensitivity they deserve. First of all, the language for the youths must be very different. You see, youth refer to me as an uncle. I am an uncle to youths. Why? Because I speak their language. Number 2, I am very close to them. Number 3, when they ask me, I give them, but after giving them, before I give them, I educate them. I tell them, please, this one, let's learn how to fish instead of waiting for ready-made fish. This will not deliver us. Let's go and work. Before we come to the roadside, let's work. Even before you come here, when you are here as youths by the roadside, you make sure your colleagues who have no business here by the roadside, you send them home, chase them. Don't encourage them to be at your places. And that is taking roots. They make sure at every stage they register their members. Now, non-members are chased away to go home and look after cows, look after goats, and be in the garden. That is the thing we want to emphasize. So when you want to change youths, you must be pro them. Now, when you are pro them on their side, change them from where they are. Don't stand aloof and then begin to change them. No, that doesn't work. So we have to be very close. So will of government for youth is huge, like this building is huge. Why? The government is aware that they are the biggest population. Number two, we have to do what is called demographic dividend. Reap big from the young population. The question now goes back to me and all the leaders and community members. How can we benefit much from the youth? One, they're energetic. Number two, they are very strong. They can work. Okay? So how can we do that? So I have transformed the youth. These people, community members, regarded as spoiled youth. They were opium smokers. They were 17 at the beginning. Communities were at the verge of expelling them because they were smoking opium, they were stealing people's properties, they were involved in defilement cases and so forth. Now, what did I do? I came very close to them. I said, "What? Are you happy with the way you are living?" They said, "No." I said, "Are there challenges you face?" They said, "Yes." That they are at the verge of being sent away, excommunicated, evicted from the community members by the elders. I said, "Why?" That they are looking at us as nuisance. But I asked them, "Are you really nuisance as such?" They said, "No, they are not." So I asked them, "How can you show your worthiness to the community members?" They said, "Chairman, if there was a way you could give us hose, we will utilize our energies for digging for people who are saying we're stupid people, we're spoiled people, we're useless people. We could dig for them." Then I said, "What about the opium smoking?" He said, "We are ready to drop this." Chairman, the story here is our wives we married have abandoned us. They have all chucked us. 17 youths left, widows. Their wives went away as if they met. So coldness started killing these youths. They said, "Now, we used to sleep with, our people believe that where women are there, breaths, when women are around you, their breaths emit warmth. And you feel warm." So the youth found themselves without that heat from the breast. Coldness started killing them. They said, "No, Chairman, we want to stop this one. Give us hose." And I gave them, I said, "There's insecurity here." We quickly gave them 1 carton of hose. They started digging for people. And 1 carton of hose raised for them 2.5. They will go at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to dig for people. And people started realizing their worthiness. And now, because they stopped smoking opium, they started looking nice. Because now they were looking nice. Their wives who had abandoned them, after realizing that their income had gone to 2.5, one by one started coming back. Then we had another meeting with them. Said, "Chairman, the hose are over. The unfortunate bit is we were bitten by snakes when we were digging at 6 a.m. One of us was bitten." Then I said, where can I get gumboots for them? I quickly communicated to UNFPA. UNFPA, I said, "There are youths here getting spoiled. Give me gumboots." They quickly gave gumboots. By then, the number had gone to 35. From 17, the number had gone to 35 converts. And when we gave them another 2 cartons of hose, their income went to 4.8 million. And all the 17 wives who chucked their husbands started coming back. They have remarried, they have reunited. Now I have on record 34 youths that at one time got spoiled. And they are the people who slashed that bush at Udumi.
At the headquarters, yes.
The headquarters. They are there. So that is what I am meaning. Let's change the youth. Let's not say that they are stupid. Let's not say that government has no goodwill for them. Government has goodwill for them. But the question is our approach to them. That is the biggest thing. Our approach to them must change. We must speak their language. Let's be very friendly to them. Let's spend time with them. We will change them.
Now, the other issue I wanted to get your comment on is the issue of skilling. When you go to the central region, we have so many skilling hubs and centers for young people and women. But when you come to West Nile, I think there's only one government skilling center we have in Zombo.
Yeah.
But West Nile has 13 districts.
Yeah.
Why should we be having one skilling center rather than having at least...
We have two skilling centers. One of Zombo and one of Ajumani. There are 2. But now the injustice here is every time recruitment is done, the number of slots is 240. Zombo, 240 trainees to be picked. Ajumani, 240 to be picked. Now, the injustice comes in Ajumani hub. serves 3 districts. Now, which means you divide 240 by 3 districts.
That is Ajumani, Moyo, and Obongi.
You divide 240 slots by 3
districts.
3 districts. Which means one district sends in around
100.
180.
Yes.
80, around there. Around 100. Yeah. Now, the hub at Zombo caters for 10
for
districts.
the rest of the districts, yes.
10 districts. And which means each district is given a slot of only 24. So that is the injustice that we are trying to address. And I think we have sent the message to His Excellency.
So how many more skilling centers are you targeting in your message?
Now we want more skilling centers. If the President can give us like the Great Arua. If Ajuman has 1, then the Great Arua needs 3 more skilling centers. If we can have 1 in Koboko, that can cover Yumbe, Koboko, and Maracha. If we can then have 1 in Arua, that can cover this place, Madokolo City, yes, and Arua District, will be better off. We need 3 more skilling centers.
Yeah, I think that would really be helpful, yes, for us as West Nile.
Yes.
Let us shift our attention.
But then there is one thing. It is one thing to skill. One thing that we are now thinking about is when we skill them, we need to put. Let's not leave them there. Let's put a common user facilities. After acquiring the knowledge and skills, they must come back and practice it in one place as they deliver the services. And that place where they practice it is called a common user facility.
But you have people coming from different districts to a common place. So they will have to go back to their districts.
Yes,
why can't we give them tools to go back and start from wherever they will be?
You have to be careful. Poverty,
they will sell them off.
Others can start selling these kids and so forth. But the best is to make work easy for us to follow them. Those doing tailoring, let's put them in one house. Those people who need tailoring services, they should come and find them there in Arua District. Then those doing welding, let's put them one place, or 2 places, or 3, depending on the availability of resources. Those doing other things, so that they can, we can do job matching, we can do market linkages for them. Like if they are in one place, then we can boost their bargaining power. Say, let's go and take contracts from secondary school A in terms of provision of uniforms. Let's go and take contracts from primary school B in terms of provision of school uniforms and so many other things. Let's provide catering services to this district, to this place. That can only be when there's a farm, when there's a place where we can get them. And that must go with job matching and market linkages. That is the content which is which is missing.
So in your letter to the President, have you captured that as well?
Yes. Okay. Even partners, we have proposed that.
Okay. All right. Let us shift our attention to the security situation in the district. There are various platforms where we have members who are interested in the affairs of the district. There's a WhatsApp group. There's also a WhatsApp group for the chairman for Arua District, where people share their grievances and share their issues. We had a very unfortunate incident where one of our, I think was a doctor, the DHO who was killed by the mob when he went to, I think, inspect his land. And then we've had issues of pickpocketing, we've had issues of people being robbed on the way and all that. And I want to believe that it has caused insecurity in the district. So what has been done to give people assurances?
It is true. I am in several platforms, and we hear those complaints, we hear those sentiments from the public about those pockets of insecurity, pockets of thugs, robbers, bandits.
They've even earmarked some specific places where you can't pass at night.
Some specifics. Crimes are being planned elsewhere and being implemented in Arua District because we are God-fearing, we are peaceful, we are peace-loving people and so forth. I think that must really disappear from our society. Now, we have a district security committee, and this committee meets every month. Okay? Now, what is happening is we have taken this up issues that are causing insecurities, we have enlisted them, we have put them somewhere, and we are solving them. So one of the plans for this one is the establishment of detaches. We need to establish several detaches in several places, in some of these hot spots of the thugs, thieves, robbers. We have planned that, but then we cannot discuss the security issues openly. But that is the bit I can say. We are getting on top of those things, and also that goes hand in hand with the community sensitization. It's all about poverty. If people are able to work hard and harder and alleviate their poverty, and I don't think somebody will go on the road to begin now planning somebody. So that's what we are trying to drive at. Right now we are telling our people the war in this country, the war in Arua District is not the war of picking gun to fight. No. It's not the war of marrying men wives. No. It is the war of economic prosperity. Making sure that every day something must go into your pocket. Now, once it has gone into your pocket, it must not find its way easily to come out. It must retain there. It must remain there. You save it. And that is the word that we are trying to tell our people. Please, make money. Yes.
I know in your 4 years in office, you've mentioned a number of things, and also you've been able to achieve a number of things.
Many.
I have personally done some things with you as well.
Many.
In the district.
Yeah.
I wanted to find out from you, what does the future hold for you as Honorable Okonjo Alfred? Are you seeking re-election as the LC5 chairperson for the district?
Me?
Yes.
By the virtue that I am now the vice president, Uganda Local Governments Association. If I was ambitious like other people and opted to go to parliament, I will go direct into cabinet.
Actually, some issues, some rumors came up that you wanted to contest as a member of parliament.
No, I have a deep love for Arua District. I love that district. I love my wisdom tree. I love the people of Arua District. Now, you see, work is not in parliament. Work is in the district. Work is in the district. Actually, the main driver of district is the district chairman. If you get a weak driver, somebody who is not intelligent, strong-hearted, resistant, tolerant, and you see, a coward, you will realize that this person will drop the district off easily. So for me, I love my district. And I think I have the gut, I have the energy, I have the shock absorbers to absorb whatever the people say, the insults and all those. I am the best person.
So you're seeking re-election?
I am seeking re-election to be the LC5 chairman.
The governor?
The governor of the district. Why? Because I have engaged the heavy gear. You don't, please, I want to sound categorically clear. When you are climbing lane, equity, don't make a mistake of changing driver when you are still climbing a lane on a heavy gear.
So you have not finished climbing?
Hey, you have not finished climbing. Now you stop somewhere and say another driver should come, and this driver can make a mistake, and then the whole vehicle, the gear can fail to engage, and then you all die, you collapse, the vehicle overturns. That scenario I don't want to imagine for Arua District. I want to remain here as the district chairman and finish this lane. This lane, I must climb it. Then when I reach a flat land, then I will tell the people, let's get another driver. Let people of Vora, Arua District, get another driver to come and engage.
And you pick a bigger,
drive from here now.
You pick a bigger truck.
I pick a bigger truck, a bigger one, probably trailer. If we can do things like that as a Arua District, we will be the most civilized district. One more time, so that I take this vehicle up to a flat land, and then there another person comes in good faith. Then I pick another bigger lorry, so that we move. That is the vision I have for Arua District.
Thank you.
That's the vision. And I'm going to seek a re-election as the LC5 chairman.
Nice. What would be your last final words for the people of Arua District?
That district, the people of that district must believe in the district chairman, must believe in the leaders who are not biased, leaders who don't change, their patterns, leaders who tell the truth. because they are leaders who lie a lot to the people. I don't like lying to the people. Let's tell the people the truth and which direction we are going and where we are going. Let's tell them. So I want the people to be hardworking. The people must be hardworking. The people must be very, very obedient, God-fearing. They must fear God. Because when you fear God, you will fear leaders. If you don't fear God, you will not fear leaders. If you don't respect God, you will not respect leaders. You respect God, you respect leaders. Because leaders elected by God, they will be answerable to God for whatever they do. But then when you don't respect them, you don't respect God, then you are digging your own grave. So a leader is working day and night thinking about you, the people of Vora. So they must cooperate. We must cooperate. Where we have wronged each other, let's always forgive. Let's learn to forgive. And then when it comes to development, let's leave aside the politics and concentrate on development. Things that bring development. That is the way to go. Yeah. That is the way to go. When it comes to development, let's leave aside politics. Let's see who is on the steering wheel of development. Let's move forward with that person. That is my appeal to the people. The future glory of this district is quite a bright one. Very, very bright one. And I think it is the district that is going to be the Wakiso of Arua City. Wakiso of Arua City will be the district. And that district must prosper. Yeah.
Honorable Alfred Okonje, thank you so much for coming through, for making time to talk to the people. And we also want to appreciate those who have taken their time to watch this episode of the PoliChat. We do this again next Wednesday. Thank you.